Hey, it's Kelly. Welcome back to my channel where we talk all about gentle skincare and sometimes self-care. And today we are talking dull, winterized skin. You know, when the temperatures start to drop outside and your skin all of a sudden looks lifeless, it doesn't have that glow anymore. Maybe you can tell that there's a lot of dead skin cells just like building up on your skin and just interfering with your glow. You know what I mean? That's what today's video is all about. The temperatures have dropped. I have been experiencing that dull winter skin, and I want to share with you first and foremost the techniques and the things you want to keep your eye on as you build skincare routines to address dull winter skin. And then I'm going to show you some of the products that I use and some of the techniques that I implement in my own skincare routine to help keep that glow going all winter long. If you're so ready to find out all the tips and all the products, give the video a big thumbs up and let's get started. So there are 6 different points I want you to think about when it comes to addressing your dull winter skin. They are absorption, exfoliation, hydration, brightening, moisture, and barrier care. So first up, cleansing, the foundational step in any skincare routine. It is important to take a look at your cleansing step at any seasonal change to make sure that you're using the right one. I do find that in the winter time, at least my skin goes very dry, and so it's important for me to address my cleanser, make sure that it's not taking any essential moisture away, making my skin feel tight or dehydrated. I really just need something gentle and moisturizing. So today I went in for the Cerave Hydrating Cream to Foam Cleanser. I didn't use the double cleansing method today because I wasn't wearing any makeup. If you are a makeup wearer or you wear very stubborn, thick, like water resistant sunscreen, I would suggest adding in that extra step. All in all though, it's just really important to make sure that you're starting off with a really clean canvas because that actually helps all the other skincare products absorb into your skin better. And that's really the name of the game when we're kicking off like a brightening routine for dull skin. So let's keep with the absorption theme and really helping our skincare to penetrate our skin. I'm going a little bit unconventional today. I'm going to be using the Medicube Air Shot device. Basically what this is like microneedling without needles. So what this device does, it helps to penetrate the layers of the skin to aid the absorption of the rest of your skincare routine. It can also like help to stimulate collagen. It can help to refine the size and look of your pores. I've been using this now probably more than 6 months. And what I have noticed with regular use with the device is it really does seem to refine the pores, especially my pores can look very enlarged on my nose and like kind of just this like butterfly region right here. I noticed major improvement there. So if you can get like any type of improvement with texture, with oversized pores, that can go a long way to, you know, enhancing your glow. But again, the device really does help to open the skin up for absorption of other skincare products too. And all you do, it's kind of a learning curve to this one because you don't touch it to your face. I mean, you can, but nothing's going to happen. I'm trying to get the right angle here so you can see. You just have to hover above your skin. So it almost looks like I'm touching, but you can see I'm just not quite making contact. And you'll feel like almost like tiny little static, like pinpricks in a way, but it doesn't hurt. Like I maybe shouldn't even say pinprick because it's not exactly that, but it's almost just like a little electric shock maybe. Just so tiny. It doesn't hurt at all. It's happening. This whole time I'm talking, it's happening. It's not painful. It's just something that you feel. So I will spend a lot of my time focusing on that butterfly area because I feel like this, as far as like visible benefits that you get right away, those are the ones that I see. So I tend to focus here. I also do have a little bit of discoloration on my cheeks from sun damage. So I like to make sure that I spend a good amount of time there. So the brightening ingredients that we use later on will help penetrate into that area a little bit better. If you have well-aging concerns, if there's certain areas with fine lines or a loss of elasticity that you're noticing, maybe focus on those areas too because this can help with 2 minutes fast collagen stimulation, but it can also help with the penetration of your well-aging skincare. So I'm just kind of going through this fast just to show you, but work in sections. Be methodical. Again, you do have 5 minutes. They count you down. So it's not a huge investment of time, which I love because like if you ask me to do something for like 20 minutes, like that's an investment of time, you know what I'm saying? But 5 minutes, I can squeeze that in. All right, so treatment complete. It really doesn't hurt. I mean, your skin may feel like I was on level 2, so it's a little bit more intense. You might feel a little bit, but honestly, it doesn't hurt. And I find that it does not cause irritation on the skin. Just make sure that you're not using it every single day, just a few times a week for the Medicube Air Shot. And it really does help go a long way to improving the look, but also improving the absorption of your skincare. Now, because tonight's routine is pretty special, I'm spending a little bit more time, I am gonna go in for a wash-off mask next. So this is the Korres Hydra-Biome Probiotic Superdose Face Mask. So here is the texture. I put so much on the back of my hand for my face, but this is a yogurt-based wash-off mask. So you can see that it actually is a little bit creamy. It is a little bit moisturizing, but it's not super duper rich. If you think about yogurt, right? It's creamy, but it's not super rich. It's not oily. It's not fatty, right? So that's kind of what this feels like on your face. It's just like a very cooling, refreshing, slightly moisturizing, but not thick mask. And it feels awesome, especially because I haven't had any skincare on my skin. Doing the air shot device and everything and talking through, it feels good to have something on my skin right now. And this is honestly just like 10 minutes maybe. And this really helps to revive the skin. There is a tiny bit of lactic acid in here. There's actually a natural amount of lactic acid in yogurt. You know, you see those TikTok videos where people will be like, put yogurt on your face and it helps to brighten your skin and helps with your dark marks and stuff. Well, you could do that. I would prefer you just eat your yogurt, but you could in a pinch. The reason why is because yogurt has lactic acid in it, and that is a AHA that helps to kind of revive and exfoliate the top surface of your skin. So it's good for excessive dead skin cells, it's good for brightening, it's good for texture. There's not a ton. This isn't like an AHA focused mask. This is really like about the yogurt, the probiotics, reviving your skin health, but there is a little bit of that at play here. And I think that's why when you wash it off, you get like that really smooth, brighter appearance to your skin. Okay, so I just wiped the mask off and already my skin feels so revived. It has a little bit of moisture that was infused from the yogurt, so it feels like a little bit more plump. It definitely feels softer on the surface, and I do think that it just kind of helps revive and bring some life back into the skin. It's a really nice quick pick-me-up, and whenever my skin like needs a quick pick-me-up, masks are definitely the solution. So quick pick-me-ups are great and we all crave that, but at the end of the day, it's always about that foundational, consistent skincare routine that you follow that's going to make the biggest difference in your skin, and that's what we're moving into right now. So the next step is going to be hydration. It's really important to keep your eye on hydration in the winter time. Part of the reason your skin might be looking so dull is because it is slightly dehydrated. When your skin is lacking hydration, when it's feeling thirsty, it can look saggy. You can actually get fine lines. It can look hollowed out, and it can definitely look dull and lifeless. I always like to supplement with a toner because I am very prone to dehydration, and winter is the hardest month for my skin and dehydration. So I'm going to be going for like a 2-for-1 punch with my toner or hydration product today. I'm going to be using the Beauty of Joseon Ginseng Essence Water, and while it is called an essence, it does for me have the hydration and a texture of a toner, and it really is a 2-for-1 because the beautiful ginseng that is in here really helps to give your skin that healthy, revived, lit from within look. So it has this really light, watery texture that just like quickly absorbs into my skin. And I actually like to do a couple layers of this to achieve the hydration that I need. Everybody's skin is different, and I feel like it goes without saying, but like I always feel like I have to say it, like just because I'm doing this routine and it works well for my skin, it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to work really well for you. You may like less products, you might like more products, you might like different products. But really what's so important here that I'm trying to communicate are these points that you can build into your skincare routine, because you can build in hydration and exfoliation and moisture and barrier care and absorption into any skincare routine. It doesn't have to be these products, but these are a few examples of what works well for my skin. So I'm going in for my second layer. It just absorbs so quickly that even though I'm layering this a couple of times, it goes by really fast. All right, third and final layer. Oh, my skin is just drinking this up. It feels so amazing. And what's really great about ginseng too is that it is delivering a lot of antioxidant benefit to the skin, which is important to kind of think about as you are building your wintertime skincare routine, because antioxidants really help to protect and defend the skin. They really do contribute to healthy skin. And it's actually a great segue into the next product. I'm going to be using the Dr. Ceuracle Vegan Kombucha Tea Essence today. And it's just another layer of hydration. It's a dual essence. So you see there's like a cream layer and then there's the essence layer. It actually looks a lot like the ginseng, doesn't it? But this is actually based on fermented tea. And the cream layer has some sunflower seed oil in it. When you mix it together, you get this really silky, creamy, like whole milk kind of feel on your skin. It offers a little bit of hydration and a little bit of moisture. That's really what my skin is craving right now. And it really does fulfill some of the points that I'm really trying to hit in this routine, because moisture is so helpful for not only hugging hydration into the skin, but helping to aid your skin's moisture barrier function as well. It's just really helpful if your skin does feel imbalanced, because if you're overproducing oil or if you're underproducing oil, if you have very dry skin, your skin is technically imbalanced, and that can be contributing to that dull look. So for my skin, combination but leans pretty far on the dry side in the winter. I really do need to address that imbalance in my skin. So the best part, I was gonna do it off camera. No, you gotta see this. The best part is mixing this up. Watch this. Yes, isn't that great? Love it. Skintertainment and a really awesome product all in one. And you don't need a ton. It feels so good going on. I only do about one layer, especially because I'm going to be using other serums today. But it's just that nice little like moisture relief in the middle of the skincare routine that feels so good. So in the winter, you might be experiencing dull skin because there is a buildup of dead skin cells on your skin, and you really need to break through that, exfoliate that away to kind of help reveal the new, fresh, more revived skin. So exfoliation is a very important part of a winter skincare routine. You definitely want to stick with that. But it can become a little bit more tricky if you do have sensitive skin, if your skin is feeling very dry or your moisture barrier is feeling very weak. That can make exfoliating pretty tricky. And that's something that I deal with a lot all year round. It's just that delicate balance of exfoliation and sensitive skin. So something that I've been using lately with really good results is the NIOD non-acid precursor. This is interesting because this claims to exfoliate your skin without traditional acids. There's no glycolic acid, salicylic acid, lactic acid. This is supposed to be a gentler form of removing the dead skin cells from your skin. And generally, I do find it to be a gentler alternative. It is still like exfoliating your skin, so it's not like a complete free pass, you know what I mean? But this is something I can work into my routine when I'm not using tretinoin or other exfoliants. When I want what I call an exfoliation snack, I need a skin pick-me-up, but I just don't want to commit to the full-on potential side effects that could be caused on my sensitive skin. So I'm actually just going to apply it where I need it. You can absolutely put this all over your face. So the texture is stiff, but once you start to move it around, you'll notice that it does have a little bit of hydration, a little bit of lightness to it. This is something that I'm actually only going to apply to the areas that I need it, because I'm going to be using another serum over the rest of my face. You absolutely can put this all over your face. This is just kind of what I've been doing for my sensitive skin. And the area that I need to pick me up in is my nose. My goodness. You know, I really focused the Medicube Air Shot on my nose because I need that pore refinement. And so everything is kind of open up around there. I'm going to get the non-acid precursor to kind of help start clearing some of that out. A big part of my dullness does happen around my nose area. I do get a lot of dry, flaky skin there. So that's what I'm kind of targeting, and then just kind of pulling it out to my butterfly area a little bit as well. So we focused on absorption, exfoliation, hydration within the skincare routine already, and you may be wondering, where is the brightening? Well, it's coming. I definitely think the serum step is a great place to target your brightening needs with all of those great ingredients, but I really want you to think about this whole routine and these techniques holistically. Dull skin doesn't really have just one cause. It's not just because of one dark mark, right? Or just like some unevenness on your skin. There's always underlying issues that are not going to be addressed by just blasting your skin with brightening ingredients. It's one piece of the puzzle. It's not the entire puzzle. So we've already covered some of the other things that could be causing dullness, but now we're going to go in for the brightening ingredients. This is the Glow Recipe Guava Vitamin C Dark Spot Serum. This uses a couple different forms of stabilized vitamin C. If you've ever had a bad reaction to pure ascorbic acid, pure vitamin C, it's possible that you'll do a lot better with the stabilized versions. They're a lot more gentle on the skin, and that's definitely the case for me. This also contains one of my favorite brightening ingredients, which is tranexamic acid. Particularly helpful if you have melasma, sun damage. Those types of discoloration on the skin don't always respond as well to things like niacinamide or even vitamin C, so it's great to have them combined in one formula. So this has like a kind of milky, runny, hydrating, kind of slightly plumping texture. It feels great on the skin. I love it. There is no fragrance in this, but there's quite a few like plant extracts that are definitely giving off a very, very subtle, kind of fruity sort of smell. I guess maybe that's the guava. So just so you know, there's a little light scent, but no artificial fragrance or essential oils have been added. I forgot to mention, by the way, that the Korres mask does have a touch of fragrance in it. It's important for me to tell you that because I usually talk about fragrance-free products. Very occasionally I'll use something with artificial fragrance. I can barely smell the fragrance in the Korres mask because it is so light, but I figured I would mention that just in case you didn't catch it. So this is the Paula's Choice C5 Super Boost Eye Cream. This also contains stabilized vitamin C for the brightening, and I love this for its brightening abilities. It's actually so good. I was surprised. I wasn't expecting much. There's 5% of the stabilized forms of vitamin C, and that's actually really helpful if you do get discoloration underneath the eye area, if you're not sleeping well. Winter, especially the early winter months, tend to mess up my sleep schedule because like everything is off with daylight savings ending and everything. So sometimes I can look a little bit more tired around this time of year. So I definitely need the under eye pick-me-up. It's got a nice texture too. It's not overly rich. It's almost like a cream gel type of texture. Great absorbency, and the brightening benefits are awesome. You know what time it is. It's liquid gold time. Stratia Liquid Gold. You know, I absolutely love this product. It's a staple in my skincare routines, but it's actually a great example of barrier care in a dull skin winter skincare routine. It is really important to keep your eye on your skin barrier in winter time. The cold air, especially if you get a lot of windy, cold, icy days, can definitely challenge your skin's moisture barrier. But even if you don't go outside all that often, the really dry air inside from having your heating running all the time, you know how it dries the air out? It can actually also affect your skin's moisture barrier. It can cause a lot more dehydration, and that is a symptom. Dehydration is a symptom of a weak moisture barrier. So remember how I was talking about holistic skincare, and you can't just blast your skin with brightening ingredients. We have to think about hydration and everything. Well, hydration is helping the symptom of dehydration, but focusing on your moisture barrier is getting down to the root cause of your skin's weak barrier or your skin's weak response to the environment, right? So ceramides, cholesterol, fatty acids. If you've been watching my channel for any length of time, if you've even seen one other video from me, you've probably heard me talk about this. It's very important. It's the three main building blocks of your skin's moisture barrier. Let me just put a little pump of liquid gold. This is a great product because it does contain ceramides, cholesterol, fatty acids. It also has some niacinamide in here, so there is some brightening, but niacinamide is also an effective barrier building ingredient. I'm using their Fortify oil as well. I like to put in about 2-3 drops. It's a new bottle, so it's kind of hard to squeeze out. And this kind of amps up the barrier support, and it amps up, come on, there we go, moisture. And I mix them together, and then I just apply it. That helps keep the layer a little bit thinner and easier to absorb. Another theme, right? For my skin personally, if I put them on in separate layers, it does start to feel a little thick on my skin, surprisingly. So mixing them together definitely helps, and it saves me a little bit of time too. Fatty acids. This oil blend is so great because it's got a high amount of omega-6 fatty acids, which is actually the fatty acid that really helps to make your moisture barrier really nice and strong. It's got omega-3 fatty acids, which is great for calming inflammation on the skin. It also has omega-9 fatty acids, which is great for really nourishing and moisturizing your skin. So this layer just really helps to keep my skin barrier strong, infusing it with the ceramide cholesterol fatty acids. Plus it's a whole additional extra layer of moisture, which is really important because if you are getting dry, flaky skin, your skin is definitely craving moisture, and that dryness and that flakiness is part of what's contributing to that dull looking skin. So this is another point we want to think about in our skincare routine, is building in a little bit more moisture to really nourish the skin and banish all those dry, flaky patches. So the moisturizer I'm using is the Pyunkang Black Tea Enriched Cream. I've been really loving this one for winter time because it's buttery but still medium weight. It's like nourishing and it's got a little bit of occlusivity, but it's not like so heavy and so thick for my skin. I walk a real fine line between combo and dry skin, and so texture is really important to me. Anyways, you know, I've been raving about this a lot. It was in my winter moisturizer video. You can check that out if you want some more recommendations. The only thing I have to tell you is now that I'm getting towards the end of the jar, this doesn't come with a spatula, and like digging my finger like deep into this narrow jar like really is not cool. So I've just found a spatula from a different brand, but like that's my only complaint. If I had any complaint about this product, that would be it. You see that it's like, it's stiff, it's buttery, but you can tell it's not super duper thick. And it just feels so, so, so good. And this is my favorite step in winter time when I get to the end of my routine and I'm just like sealing everything in with moisturizer. Oh, I love it. There's something really great about just enjoying the sensory experience of your skincare, the way it feels, the way it performs. Maybe, you know, for some people, the way that it smells is so important. It's so great to take that mindful minute and just like really indulge in the feeling of your skincare. Love it. All right, so we worked on the absorption of skincare. We worked on hydrating the skin, exfoliating the skin. We worked on moisture, and we worked on the moisture barrier. And really, that's all it's about. So you can do it with as many or as little products as you like, but it's really about focusing in on those 6 points to fight the dull winter skin, to really bring out that beautiful glow inside and out on your skin. If you're craving a little bit more moisture, or if your dehydration levels are really bad in the winter, one very last tip I'll give you is to slug. I mean, this is super popular in the skincare community for a reason. Using a petrolatum based product like the Cerave Healing Ointment Cream on top of your moisturizer just as another real occlusive layer to seal everything in, keep all that moisture and hydration and all those brightening ingredients inside of your skin, something that you want to apply in your nighttime routine. One last tip, I promise this is the last one. If you are targeting brightening in your morning routine, this is nighttime for me, I'm done. But if this was your morning routine, please, please, please wear sunscreen. If you are worried about dull skin, brightening up your skin, you really do need to wear sunscreen to keep your results going. If the video was helpful and you made it this far, but you haven't hit subscribe, before you go, please take a minute to hit subscribe and turn on notifications too, because I release a lot of new skincare content throughout the week, long form videos and shorts as well. I hope you are healthy, happy, and safe wherever you are in the world. I'm so glad you were here with me tonight, and I love you so much. I'll see you in the next video.